And welcome once again to As Real Turns, your place for all things movie and television, and we have got another great show for you lined up today. As you can see, I am in my Halloween costume today because we are doing our Halloween show, and we're going to do a subject that I really don't know too much about, honestly, that being slasher films. Now, I know a little bit, and I know like the big bunch of slashers there are, but you know, I'm going to be honest with you here. I don't know too much about it. What I do know is that you always have to be a little careful about it because you never... Did you hear something, Scoob? No? Well, Magic and Tech Team, is that our studio phone ringing? Whatever. Happened before. Anyway, you never know when these things could, whenever these creatures or people or creatures or whatever things could be around, because you always have to look around and you always have to be like, look around, in front of you, behind you, all this type of stuff. And it's like, what the? Whoa, whoa! Whoa, 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 hey, wait, what are you doing? Oh, gee. Hey, let go, ow! Okay, so that was weird, but let me assure everyone out there that I am not tied up. And unlike the real Shaggy, I'm not afraid of what's going on here. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to answer that, buddy. But okay, are you guys done? Okay, look. Unlike, yeah, look at yourselves. Yeah, you look terrible. Anyway, like the real Fred, I'm going to unmask these fiends. Let's just take a look who's under here. Let's see, who is under... Oh! It's Vince! It's Vincent! Well, what are you wearing that for? And this can't be really Art the Clown. Who do we have? It's my friend Ryan! Ryan! Well, guys, what are you wearing those costumes for? You scared me half to death.
It is, Halloween season after all. We gotta look a little spooky.
Okay, now that we're back to normal officially now, we can begin the show for real. We are going to be talking about slashers today, and we got two friends of mine to talk about it with. We got my friends Vincent and Ryan. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hello.
So, that was a little fun ordeal that we just went through.
Yeah, I mean, it's Halloween season, so we gotta be a little spooky.
Yeah.
You gotta wear something fitting.
And you would have gotten away with it, too.
Yeah, I would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for this meddling movie reviewer.
Yeah, it's me, all right, yeah, Just your run-of-the-mill Shaggy. But anyway, Ryan, welcome to the show, by the way.
Hello.
Yeah, first time here, so happy to have you here. Guys, we are going to be talking about slashers. Now, when I said in the beginning there, I don't know a lot, that's somewhat true and somewhat not. I do know a good handful of things. I know who these people are, and I know kind of what they do and what their movie's about, but we're not going to focus on a particular one. We're going to do an entire overview, basically. We're just going to talk about the general things that happen within their franchises and then move on from there. And because it's Halloween time, we might as well start with the guy whose movie has the holiday in it, Halloween. So Halloween is a series of movies that focus on a guy named Michael Myers, who... Now, I might get all this information wrong, so this is where you guys have to help me out with this.
Yeah, he's an international super spy.
Yes.
British intelligence.
And an ogre.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And has a cable access show in his mother's basement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bingo.
All right, cool. All right, awesome. Well, we covered that. No. That's Mike Myers. This is Michael.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Michael Myers, he is in, I believe, was it Illinois? Is that where the films are set?
Yeah, at least the fictional town is Haddonfield, Illinois.
Which, being from New Jersey, I always felt like, well, Haddonfield, that's a New Jersey town, but it's not New Jersey. And he's consistently after a woman named Laurie Strode, I think her name is?
Laurie Strode.
Laurie Strode, played by Jamie Lee Curtis. It's just the consistent thing. And how many movies have there been? Like, what, almost 10 or something like that?
Let's see.
With reboots and sequels?
We're getting towards like 10, I'd say. Yeah, like 9.
Yeah,
10.
it's closer to 10, especially with the most recent...
yeah, the Rob Zombie remakes from
Rob
like
Zombie
the 2000s
remakes.
and then the newest David Gordon Green ones.
Yeah, but Vincent, we'll start with you. Give me an overview of Halloween and Michael Myers here. I mean, why does he have this vendetta against Jamie Lee Curtis? And why does he think that the most terrifying thing in the world is a mechanic's jumpsuit and, yes, a William Shatner mask? Tell me about Michael Myers and Halloween.
I mean, well, the motivation is kind of just like it's kind of changed over the movies, but it's gone from random like killings to like he's going after Laurie because it's he's going after his family, like his sister.
Yeah, are they related?
Yes and no, because
Okay.
they've been related and then haven't been related in different takes.
Okay.
But it's just like family motivation to just like random killing spree.
Sure.
And the mechanic's jumpsuit is just something he found. Like the one guy he killed was a mechanic, and there you go. And then Halloween mask was just whatever was in the store.
I guess so, yeah. And Ryan, I mean, now I know like the first two Halloweens are kind of one big movie, sort of, because they're the same night, I guess. And then Michael Myers has come back a few times now in the original series, and then in remakes, and then the sequel trilogy, whatever. But there was that one, the third one, that really didn't feature Michael Myers. Why was that?
Didn't feature him at all, actually. But have you seen the third one, or?
It's been a long time
Yeah.
since I've seen the
Well,
third one.
what is your take on Michael Myers and Halloween here?
Obviously, what he said, just the hyperfixation on just killing, and what I'm more like, I'm kind of like, Vincent's more of like the hardcore knows everything kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like a casual watcher of like at least as of lately, I've been getting more and more into Halloween, so it's kind of nice to have like a fresh opinion on like someone who's just coming into it versus someone who's been growing up on it forever. Like I didn't grow up on horror movies. It's kind of a thing I had, lately. But to me, Halloween is obviously about the fixation of Michael and Laurie, hunting down his family. But like what really draws the appeal into me with like a lot of these kind of movies is basically the way like all the effects, like the way they do the kills and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
That's fair.
And the story. I know stories and especially with Halloween, it's gone through so many different iterations. Like it's kind of hard to keep up with the story sometimes when they tend to
like
jump back and forth.
Yeah.
and
79
stuff.
to today, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
been,
yeah.
like a long time.
What I mentioned there was, for some reason, the creator of all this, and really the backbone behind it, is John Carpenter. And John Carpenter wanted, I guess, to do like an anthology type of a thing with the third one.
Yeah,
Where it was Season of the Witch, and it was like the creepy Halloween masks killing kids.
1 and 2 is the same night, but then they wanted to do a fresh anthology take.
Yeah.
And then everybody was basically like, "Where's Michael?" They didn't get it. And it's a good movie, but
I'd imagine it wasn't really like well received as compared
No,
to the first two because of that.
it had nothing to do with him. It was
what
about
I've
the
heard,
evil
yeah.
corporation.
Yeah, no, I mean, there are names attached to these. I mean, because obviously Jamie Lee Curtis, and then in a few of these, Donald Pleasance, James Bond villain.
Donald Pleasance, yeah.
He's in those movies as the Doctor, I think, who.
The psychologist.
The psychologist
yeah.
or
He
psychiatrist.
worked with Michael when he was a child.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now he knows him.
But I mean, I don't know. I just, from what you've told me, I think this is almost like the horror movie I could probably take, because this is what, like early, mid 70s?
79,
Late 70s.
almost
Late
80s,
70s,
yeah.
okay. So yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. It's just, again, these aren't my biggest cup of tea. That's why I have, people who watch that type of stuff here with me.
Yeah, definitely. Halloween's definitely like I'd say a good starting point for getting into horror.
Yeah.
'Cause, like it's not as like I don't know. I wouldn't say it's as brutal as the other ones in terms of like gore
Yeah.
It
and
definitely
stuff like
got
that.
way more brutal.
They try to be more story focused. I mean, obviously there are some pretty really gruesome kills, but not as bad as
Yeah.
say like Terrifier or like Texas Chainsaw or stuff like that.
Oh, we'll touch upon those.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll touch upon them. Oh, yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, there are a bunch of Halloween fans out there and a bunch of Halloween movies. I mean, I've heard good things about those movies and bad things. I've heard there are some Season of the Witch fans, which is the third Halloween out there, and then some people even like the Rob Zombie. So it's like, it's kind of a give and take type of a thing.
I feel like the two weirdest ones we gotta mention or when people like pick and choose what they like and don't
Sure.
like. I feel like I either hear the second Rob Zombie movie because it was just like
Bonkers.
bonkers all over the place,
Yeah.
or in the sixth one with Paul Rudd actually.
Really?
Where they brought in Michael isn't just like a psychotic person. He's like being controlled by like a cult. There was a whole like weird witchy like Thorn cult, or they call it the Thorn cult, but it was a whole cult kind of situation that he was controlled by.
Nice.
Yeah, that one killed the franchise for a little bit.
And then they rebooted it. The most recent reboot, like I thought, we saw the first one in theaters. I thought that was really well done in terms of story and stuff. But I feel like they lacked a direction of where they wanted to go, because like the second one was kind of all over the place with like the story, and it was kind of mixed pacing.
It was on thin ice, and then like you didn't really know where they were gonna go with it. And
Isn't there also one called like H2O, which I always think is like, Halloween underwater?
that's the first reboot.
That's the
yeah.
first reboot. Okay.
Or kind of like sequel.
Sequel?
Reboot?
I think that's more like a sequel.
It's a requel, yeah.
Requel. Okay. But anyway, if you haven't checked out Halloween, which I'm sure many of you have, go for it, because there is bound to be something that you like, and it's the perfect type of thing to watch around this time of year, given the namesake. But let's move on. Let's check off another slasher here. There is one that is also kind of a masked fiend who we actually don't see for the first couple installments here, but he has his own little universe, I guess you want to call it, and that's that's Friday the 13th with Jason Voorhees. Now, what I do know about these movies is that the first one, Jason really isn't in it at all. He's not the killer
until like the last like 5 minutes of the movie.
It's
sort of.
Yeah, it's his mother, right?
Yeah, his mother, Pamela.
Yeah. So, and then I think from there they shifted to Jason, who I guess was underwater, drowned or something like that.
Yeah, and the
I don't
first
know.
one, like the last few minutes is like he's not in the movie at all, but then like the final girl gets like she's in a canoe basically,
Yeah.
and then like a little like drowned boy Jason pops up out of the water and like takes her down. It ends up being a dream sequence, but they kind of tease him a little bit in the first one.
Okay.
At least early iteration.
And then I think it's like I did do some reading. I think it's the third one. He finally gets his iconic hockey mask or something like that.
Yeah, he's in the second movie, but the whole movie he's just in like almost like a farmer's outfit with like a kind of like a bag kind of mask over his head.
Okay.
But it's the third one. He finally one of like the teenagers that were at like the camp has like that hockey mask.
Okay.
And finally gets it in the third one.
Now, I mean, that mask was pretty terrifying, Ryan. I'm not going to lie that you were wearing there. But bag versus hockey mask is. Do you think they just didn't have any money, or?
I don't know. I think I don't really know the motive behind like why. Like that became his signature look.
Behind the scenes, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been what they were going for. It could have been completely random. I'm not sure, but I love the iconic hockey look. Admittedly, I haven't watched all of the films. Like I said, I'm more of like a casual. Like I'm like kind of slowly picking up these movies as I'm kind of watching more.
This is called opinions, people.
They happen.
I'm really big into Terrifier, but we'll get into that.
We'll get into that.
But as for like the classics go, I'm like slowly watching them over time as I grow to love more horror movies. But like I just love the whole like hockey mask and like it's frightening. Like honestly, if I was ever in like
very menacing.
if I was ever in a camp like a campsite and I see that man coming towards me, I'm gone.
Look at it.
I mean, here's the thing. He haunts these camp counselors and all these teenagers at this camp called Camp Crystal Lake, and even that franchise I think went a little more bonkers than Halloween, because
very much
he just judging from the titles, Jason has gone to New York. Why? I don't know. He's gone to space. Why? I don't know.
Good old Jason X.
Why?
That movie was.
But why? Ryan, why does he have to go to space?
Don't forget, he also went to hell.
Oh, did he go to hell too? Great.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Why? Why can't he just stay at the camp?
Wanted to try something new, I guess.
He's got a Voyager spirit, and he likes to travel.
I mean, I you find that funny back there, Magic and Tech Team, yeah?
Why?
Why? It's a good question. Why? I mean, I feel like I could almost
Money.
Yeah, money. Yeah, I feel like I could almost watch those though because like they're so stupid sounding.
Yeah, the later ones, like when we got into like the like Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah,
and,
Manhattan,
Like,
that's what
yeah,
it's
there's
called,
there's one of the other ones too. I forget the exact number, but like one of them had him fighting against like a psychic girl, like almost like a fire starter kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not pyrokinesis, but
Yeah.
it was like a psychic girl in one. They made him a zombie at one point. Like he, like I said, he went to Manhattan. Jason goes to hell. They blow him up, and like his soul is like transferring to like different people.
Yeah, did they just like just want to throw anything at the wall and see what
Pretty
stuck?
much. The Jason X one is basically like they wanted to do Freddy versus Jason, but there was like a long like rights issue, so they ended up doing a space themed movie before they could get it off the ground.
And they say my movies are bad. Anyway, I just and he got rebooted too.
Oh yeah, the 2009. He only had one reboot, but
All of these
that
are-
one was decent.
All of
though.
these get rebooted. All of these get rebooted. But I mean, I don't know. And Ryan, it's kind of the trend. I mean, like we keep touching upon him, even though we haven't gotten to him yet. Art the Clown is a silent killer. So is Michael Myers. So is Jason. Is that a good aspect? You think?
I think it honestly depends on like the movie direction and how they want to take like the story and how they want to portray the character.
Yeah.
Like it works in some scenarios. Sometimes it doesn't work. It honestly just depends on like what they're going for. But
That's
obviously, Terrifier. I won't go into too much yet, but like obviously he works. The way they portray Art the Clown in his movies and like just how his character is and like him being silent and just with all the facial expressions he does and like all the goofy stuff he does, like it's.
And that's the difference. He has facial expressions. You can't see the facial expressions in the other two.
And that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, Michael and Jason, like they're also silent killers, but like it's more of like they just kind of stand there, and it's like the music, like the scores are doing all the work.
Yeah.
Art definitely, he very much mimes like what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as stupid as they went, I think I might be able to handle those stupid Jason entries. Maybe, I don't know.
Definitely a few of them.
A few of them, I think. But yeah, Friday the 13th, the day is considered unlucky, and I think Jason was certainly unlucky as the films went on. But you brought up someone else there that became a movie later on, and so we might as well talk about him next. That being Freddy Krueger with Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, talk about your completely different guy. He is in no way a silent killer. He's this
Exact opposite.
weird-looking guy who don't answer yet, but he's a weird-looking guy. I don't know how he got that way. Who walks around with a giant metal claw type of thing, metal hand claw thing, and
I'd say claw, yeah, hand claw.
Hand claw.
A little bit of both.
and haunts your dreams. And I guess kills you in your dreams, so you end up dead in reality. I don't know.
Basically.
Huh? See, this is how confused I am about these things. Walk me through this. Walk me through Nightmare on Elm Street. And this only happens on Elm Street.
It happens other places too.
Oh,
It started
okay.
on Elm Street.
It started on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Then why can't we call it Nightmare on, Smith Road?
where do you live? Nightmare on
South Street.
South Street. There you go.
Next movie right there.
Right there. All right.
Call them up.
Call him up. But walk me through Freddy Krueger and Nightmare on Elm Street here. So why does he look the way he does? He's this rotting flesh ball. Sounds like he's smoked 100 cigarettes type of guy.
I mean, that might be, his voice is definitely just Robert Englund's performance.
Yeah,
Like,
Robert
that's his-
Englund.
He's a great guy. Met him once. He's
you go.
very good. Very cool guy. But Freddy's basically a burn victim because it was kind of, he started basically, I don't know if I want to say like child predator, but like it was
Right.
Stay with me.
I'll say, all right.
But so he was basically, I forget the exact details, but it was like a child predator situation that basically there was an angry mob. The town was like, rightfully so, pissed off at him.
Okay.
And where he was hiding, they basically burned the building down. So
Okay.
he's a burn victim.
Okay.
But the glove was just something he had created like as his own weapon. Like he welded it together onto like a glove.
Snazzy fedora though.
Very, very snazzy outfit.
Very snazzy. No, I mean, quickly jumping back to Friday the 13th, there's a few names sprinkled out through there. I'm blanking on the name who played the mother, but she was like an old Hollywood star.
There's a few old Hollywood stars, yeah.
But then rising ones too. Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon was that. But back to
Or
Elm
no,
Street.
Kevin Bacon was Friday the 13th.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Oh,
But
got you.
Jumping back to Elm
Yes.
Street, Johnny Depp
Johnny Depp, yeah.
Johnny
Very
Depp.
young Johnny Depp.
is in one of them. But kind of like Jason, Freddy went through like a bunch of weird turns here. It's like he's dead, he's alive. He's dead, he's alive. He's dead, he's alive. It's like, Ryan, is this a good trend for horror movies? You know, keep killing the guy, but no, he's not really that dead.
That brings me back to the point of it depends on the direction of the movies they're taking. If they keep rebooting it and it doesn't work out, then it's.
It gets a little monotonous
yeah.
eventually, but
But if they interpret it in the story in a way that makes sense and it's good for how they want to progress what they're trying to tell,
Yeah.
then I'd say yes. But also again, if they keep doing reboots and it just doesn't make sense and it's
definitely up to this. They have to write craft a well-written story
Yeah.
to explain it.
yeah.
Well, I mean, props to Robert Englund though, because I think all but one maybe, which was a reboot, he has played the character consistently, and
In everything.
In
like
everything.
Advertisements, TV like appearances.
Yeah.
Like that episode of The Goldbergs.
I was thinking the same
him
thing.
coming back. Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. So props to him for doing that because he must love this role enough to keep doing it. And you, I forget if it was Vincent or Ryan, one of you brought it up. They did meet, Freddy and Jason, and they had a huge falling out feud movie, which I guess was kind of like Alien versus Predator. It was just what fans
Essentially.
said. Fans said it once and said, "You got it. We'll make it."
They were doing a lot of those in that like late '90s to 2000s kind of era, where like you said, there was like a few Alien versus Predators. There's only one of the Jason versus Freddy, but they wanted to continue it. They wanted to do like a Jason versus Freddy versus Ash, and then it never got off the ground, but became comics.
That'd
at
be
one
cool
point.
that'd be cool to see on film at some
Yeah,
point.
I'd see it.
most we
yeah.
have is comic books for that, but
All right, fair enough. Batman v Superman.
exactly.
Exactly.
I think they might have done that.
No
Yeah.
way. Thank you, I Am Legend. Anyway, moving on. If you're a film person, you get the joke. You get the joke. Look it up. Anyway, yeah, Freddy Krueger. I mean, I give again Robert Englund credit. He makes the role fun because like I said, he's a
Absolutely.
talking villain now, and he makes the role fun, and I like that aspect.
All of his quips and like
Yep.
all of like the
Yeah,
the lines
all
when
the
he kills
humor,
someone.
just the way he plays the character is so good. Like he does a flawless performance every time, even if the story is not
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Like he's still such a great actor. Like the way he plays his role is
You watch
he
it for
puts
him.
he puts so much effort into what he does.
Like immediately, like when you're saying like villains coming, like they keep killing him off and he comes back.
Yep.
I immediately go to I forget which one, but Dream Child was the weirdest one where like he had to come back through like this child or whatever. Like it's like a little baby Freddy. It's really weird. They had some interesting choices on that one.
Writer's room. We got nothing.
They literally just like you were saying earlier. They literally just take the dart and just whatever sticks.
Baby Freddy. Sounds good.
But we've met him in person. Like he's a super nice guy. He loves what he does. Like
Oh,
if you ever try to
absolutely.
go to a convention to meet him, his lines are always so long. You're gonna
Oh,
be
I
waiting like
bet.
all day.
I
like
bet.
a 4-hour wait.
Well,
Absolutely.
Also, down to it. Forget that he's playing a creepy killer here. He's a villain. The villains are always nice
they're
in person.
always
They're
the
always so
nicest
nice.
guys in real
Yeah,
life.
when we met him, we had another friend with us, and it was his birthday, and he took his glove and he wrote, or he signed it, and he was like, "Happy birthday, will be your last."
Whoa, whoa.
We have to bleep that one.
We're gonna
out.
have to bleep that one.
Oops.
Ryan, put the mask back on. You're banned from the show.
All right, well now we're here. It's
See you,
prime
folks.
time.
It's prime time. Anyway, yeah, no. If you wanna go check out Nightmare on Elm Street, there's a whole bunch of them. They're not all on Elm Street, but whatever. And then yeah, watch it for Robert Englund, who always will put a smile on your face even if you don't want the smile there. That's what I'll say.
And what I like, obviously, about horror movies in general too, like me coming into the scene later.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to like watch them for the first time, and you can always look up reviews and like how the movie is, but it's also nice to watch them for the first time and kind of compare like how you thought the movie was compared to other people, and like you might like a film better than somebody else does. Like this could be your favorite movie, and someone else could completely hate it. Like there's a lot of different opinions on a lot of these movies, but I think that's what makes it kind of
Yeah.
cool.
And that's for everything too.
You touched very briefly on the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
That one's for me where I'm like, might be some people that like it out there. I feel like most people are like, it's not great.
It's not
But
great, right?
I don't know. I can't stand that 2010, 2011 remake.
Yeah,
He doesn't look like a burn victim like he's supposed to. He looks like this weird like lizard man. And I'm just like, it was, the design was not great.
Yeah, that's a different type of movie.
Exactly.
That's a different movie. Anyway, let's let's talk about one that one of you are actually dressed up as. So, Nightmare on Elm Street was the brainchild of a guy named Wes Craven, who I will also say, was it the first one? We get a cameo from our good friend Henry Winkler.
Yes, if you're going to Scream next, yeah. Well, Winkler. Yeah.
No, okay, yeah, I
Yes.
jumped the gun. Sorry. With Wes Craven, Nightmare on Elm Street, he also did another one called Scream,
Good old Scream.
which is what you're dressed up as, Mr. Ghostface here. You ever gonna pick that up?
It's Sydney.
Oh, it is. Oh, cool. Been trying to call you for years, Sydney. Different Sydney from what you're thinking, though. Anyway, yes. So, Scream has been another growing franchise that's been going on for a while now, since the 90s.
Yeah, 93, I believe.
93, something like that.
93, 4,
And
maybe
this,
5 even.
This was kind of like a jump into modern type of horror movie with your killer Ghostface. And now where Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger are all supposed to be, except for Krueger, who was played by England all the whole time, they're still all supposed to be the same type of person, even though they're played by different actors. They're supposed to be the same person, right?
With minus, yeah, supposed to be the same person, but always different killers at
Right.
the end. Minus the Roger L. Jackson always providing the same voice for the
Well, no, that's
the voice
my point.
changer.
You're a different person all every time.
Yes.
Besides the other
voice,
three.
yeah.
So, Scream is a franchise where basically it's kind of the same thing. It almost even mocks the horror movie genre.
It introduced
sometimes.
meta horror.
Yeah.
Like that was the biggest thing. That was the newest bit. It was all meta. Like they're aware of all like the killing or the horror movie tropes and all the killer tropes.
Right. And there's the iconic scene with the phone in the very beginning of the first one with Drew Barrymore, very, very famous scene. And there's a lot of other names surrounding this. We got David Arquette, we got Courtney Cox, we have got Shaggy himself, Matthew Lillard. They're still making these movies right now. They just made the sixth one?
Yes, Sixum.
Sixth.
But yeah, Scream 6 just came out, 2 years ago now?
Yeah.
But they're working on the 7th one. It's
And-
coming out later this year, or beginning of next year.
Beginning
soon,
of next year.
Soon.
And that had rising horror star Jenna Ortega in it. So
For or around the same time as Wednesday, I
same
believe.
time as
Yeah.
Wednesday, yeah. So what is it about Scream that stands the test of time?
What stands out to me personally, it's been a while since I've watched them, but what I always loved about the Scream movies is that the kind of like the mystery aspect, where like kind of during the movie you're trying to figure out like who the killer could be, and like
Yeah.
they kind of drop subtle hints, but sometimes it's not so subtle, and like the plot twist of who it is and like how the story progresses through the movie. Like that's what I've always loved about them, is just the mystery aspect of like you're trying to guess who it is the whole time.
I like.
Absolutely, yeah,
I like
absolutely.
that.
It's a whodunit, almost not too like dissimilar to like if you're watching Clue even. It's
Just
it's,
more violent.
Yeah, way more violent. Than
Way
Clue.
more violent.
Well, that's Tim Curry's other property.
Yes.
But no, it's definitely the mystery of who the killer is, and they try to like sway you in different directions.
A lot of misdirection, a lot of like you're trying to.
And the thing is,
You think it's obvious, but you know sometimes it's completely a twist at the end.
and with these movies, you kind of are rest assured to know that once someone's dead, they're staying dead.
That's how it used to be.
Yeah,
Not
okay,
necessarily
it's how it
now,
used to
but
be.
Not necessarily now. Yeah, they're so you. I don't know how much you know, but Matthew Lillard's character supposedly died in the first one.
Okay.
Got a old tube TV to the face.
Nice.
But supposedly he's coming back. His character's coming back in the new Scream.
Oh.
So we'll see if that is still true or not. But
I mean, it's Matthew Lillard, so I'm okay with this. But it's kind of funny that that happens. But like I jumped the gun there. There are 2 cameos, I think, in the first one. There's one where it's we have a
Wes Craven.
Is it Wes Craven dressed as Freddy?
Yeah, Wes Craven
okay.
is playing the janitor in the halls of the high school, and he's basically he has the Freddy look, the fedora and the sweater and everything. He's just mopping away.
I love that. And then like we said, Henry Winkler is
the principal, yeah.
which is a complete, no characters ever, no actors like their character, but I would never think Henry Winkler in a horror movie.
No, and he actually he didn't want to be credited in the movie. It's like it's an uncredited appearance because he didn't want to take away. Yeah, because like he didn't want to take away from all these rising stars. Like he didn't want his name to be slapped on the poster.
Really?
It's funny because I originally knew Henry Winkler from like writing children's books because that's kind of what I grew up on reading
the
some
Hank
of his
Zipper books.
Yep.
Yeah.
I grew up on that, and then finding out he was in like horror films was like a huge surprise to me. Like, oh wow, I didn't think.
Not just Happy Days and
Adam Sandler,
Waterboy, like all
Yeah.
Adam's movies. Yeah.
But no, I mean, it's called acting. That's the thing. It's called acting. Pick a genre, pick an actor. They'll do anything.
Pick your flavor,
Pick your flavor, yeah. But yeah, no, is it kind of funny you think that they put Jenna Ortega in this new one because just because of all the horror things she's been in, and then of course Wednesday.
I honestly think it's gonna draw in a lot of like people into the box office because of how popular she's gotten over the years.
That's
like,
fair.
I think it'll do well in sales numbers. Whether
Definitely.
Why can't you do like a rom-com?
She definitely runs the risk of being, or anyone that starts in horror runs the risk of getting typecasted. But it definitely, she's definitely a popular figure right now, and definitely draws in the numbers.
And look at Lillard. I mean, Scooby-Doo is in no way a horror thing, but it's kind of sort of in the same field, sort of, because here he is starting in Scream, and now he's been Shaggy for years.
And then he's done all kinds of other like horror movies, like he's done like 13 Ghosts, like now he's doing Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's, yep.
Like he's definitely stayed he's dabbled in other things, but like he's kept a foot into the horror genre,
which is great. So I mean, I like and yeah, Roger L. Jackson doing all the fun stuff on the phone as Ghostface, and then just in the voice, that's great stuff. I love
such an
that.
iconic voice.
Oh yeah, that I love it, and kind of the same thing, doesn't matter who Ghostface is, they always seem to be after poor Sidney there.
Yeah, they started going after different characters with like the new like group of teenagers,
Yeah.
but it always goes back to David Arquette, or I mean characters named too, but Dewey, Sidney, like
Yeah.
It does they always get roped back in eventually.
I love that, and I don't think we can talk about Scream without talking about Scary Movie and What's Up?
What's up?
Anyway, now that we got that out of our system, so yeah.
Man, I am so stoned right now.
Anyway, yeah, no, if you haven't seen Scream, go check out Scream. There's a whole bunch of them, and like you said, they're coming out with a new one. So just keep
both Scary Movie and Scream, actually.
Oh, Scary Movie
We even
too.
got
All
a new
right,
parody
awesome.
one coming soon.
Well, keep them coming. That's
If you
awesome.
love comedy, the scary movie ones are hilarious.
Oh yeah, they're fun.
Can't
stuff.
talk about them too much here,
That's
but
fair,
but
yeah.
they are good.
We can do What's Up, and that's about it. But let's dial it back here. Let's go to another classic one, who is kind of in the middle of a talkie and a silent killer, but who's definitely a little twisted. That being Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Mr. Leatherface.
I was gonna say.
Oh boy, this one's interesting.
Okay.
He actually came before. That one's 74, I believe.
Yeah.
So that was actually before Halloween.
That's even
but-
before Halloween. So, Ryan, Leatherface is weird. And Texas Chainsaw is weird. Literally, it's the first one anyway, and then it kind of grew from there. Guy runs a barbecue restaurant, not barbecue though.
Oh no, it's barbecue.
Oh,
sir.
no.
No, sir.
It's barbecue, but it's a good old Texas barbecue.
And he likes to wear a face made of human skin, and he's a cannibalist. I'm just gonna say it.
The whole cannibal family, actually. Yeah.
So, Ryan, take us through Texas Chainsaw, the franchise, and Mr. Leatherface.
So this one's not for the faint of heart, honestly. This is one I had a hard time getting through, honestly.
But he's in the club.
He's in the club for sure.
Absolutely in the club.
It's definitely more well known for like how just like gruesome it is, and like just the whole like cannibalistic idea. It's not for everyone. Like I had such a hard time going through it, honestly. like when I first watched it back, like way back, like when I was starting to get into horror films, like I didn't know much about it at first, and then I was watching it, and so the whole time I was just like, oh.
I remember, viewers, Grandpa Kills the best.
Okay. I mean, now this franchise isn't as big as the other ones, I don't think. I mean, but there's a good handful of movies, isn't
Yeah,
there? And it got rebooted as well.
There's not a ton of movies, but it has gotten a reboot.
Not as much as like Halloween, Friday the 13th, Elm Street. They have an odd track record. It's kind of hit or miss, like
Yeah.
of people, like, you know, if it's popular or not. But
Okay. I mean, and like I said, where he's a silent and a talking one. I mean, he
kind of more of a. He's not silent, but doesn't really talk. He kind of just does a lot of grunting.
Okay.
It's a lot of grunting.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's mainly like the other family in that building that like does
doesn't
all
he
the
have
talking.
like I don't know how to necessarily say it without sounding wrong, but like a bub attack voice or something like that. Doesn't he sound like that?
Not real. I'm trying to remember if he really talks in any of them. I think it's kind of
maybe
just
not.
like.
It's mainly just grunting, I think.
Okay,
Yeah, I
maybe
think
I was
maybe
wrong.
in one of the remakes, potentially, but I know like in the more classic ones, like 70s, 80s,
Yeah.
it's all just grunting, and then the other characters, like the Hitchhiker, Chop Top, like any of the other ones, like they do more of
Yeah.
like the southern accent talking.
His family is kind of like the mastermind. Like they have all the plans, and he's kind of the one that just does all the killing. Because he's so big and strong. And
he sources the meat.
Nice. Well, here are the two things I do know about this. One is that, well, it leads into my first point. Supposedly it was based. Supposedly these were supposed really real events. I don't know.
They kind of the whole like mystique about the first one and the second one definitely, but they kind of present it like it was real. Like they do like a whole monologue in the beginning, like scrolling titles.
They say that to scare you, I think.
It's very much a scare campaign, but like
definitely
it's,
worked.
Yeah, it's loosely. It never happened, but it's loosely based off of like the real serial killers. Like it's based off
okay.
Ed Gein, I think Kemper as well, but it's loosely based off of these real serial killers.
So there wasn't a skin-wearing guy wielding a chainsaw anywhere.
Sort of.
Sort of. Okay.
Yeah, I can't get too deep into
That's
the
fair.
serial killer, but there were some real skin faces, but I don't think any of these killers actually wore them. But that's dark territory.
Kids, don't watch this segment of my show, please. But my first point there, like you said, the narration there, that's done by an uncredited John Larroquette.
Yep.
Which is kind of cool. I like that. My second point is that, get this, horror fans, you can stay the night at the Texas Chainsaw Barbecue restaurant in Texas.
I actually didn't know that. That's cool.
This is a true statement. So
Absolutely.
this place, I guess it was like a gas station barbecue type of
It's
place.
kind of like a combination of like motel, like gas station, like restaurant.
Yeah.
And like kind of a tourist trap, kind of all into one.
Yeah.
But in
Well,
a good way, though.
off the side of the road in the middle of Texas. But yeah, this place has been converted. It serves actual barbecue.
Actual barbecue.
It serves you barbecue, and then you can actually go ahead, stay in one of these little tiny houses behind. Really nice. And I'm a big fan of these two guys, Adam the Woo and Jacob the Carpetbagger. They spent the night there. They watched the movie in their room, so it's very fitting. And yeah, so if you're a horror fan, you can go ahead and spend the night there. I personally...
Definitely.
Not sure if I would, but
At least for me, that's definitely on the bucket list to write that one down. Yeah.
Road trip.
road trip.
Between that and then.
Don't worry, we'll kidnap him.
For Silence of the Lambs, similar. You
Silence
can
of the Lambs.
stay at Buffalo Bill's house too.
That's right, yeah.
There's quite a few of those like converted houses actually, or converted like sets houses.
We're not talking about that cannibalist today, though.
A little bit, yeah. He's different. He's a little bit more, a little bit of a fancier cannibal.
I'm just going to do a quick segue here. Anyway, moving on. Let's go into weird territory. Now we're just getting weird. So we talked about like people who are slashers, like actual men. Well, how about we talk about a plaything that's actually a killer? Sort of. A man that got put into a plaything that kills people and is a slasher. Kind of the odd duck here.
Odd doll, yeah.
Odd doll, yeah.
absolutely.
How about we talk about Child's Play with Mr. Chucky? So this one's been going on for a while, and basically the idea is your good friend, I'm blanking on his name.
Oh, well, the killer's name, Charles Lee Ray.
No, the
but-
actor.
Yeah, I'm trying at the moment.
Why are we blanking on his
Yeah,
name?
we're blanking on his name.
He's a good friend of ours.
With quite a few of these horror people we've met too at conventions, and they're all very, very
Well,
nice.
I promise you, he met him. Yeah, so he's a good friend of ours. And he got put into this doll, this kid's, I don't know, like life-size doll type of thing, through some kind of demonic possession. type of thing.
Basically, it's like
Like a voodoo ritual.
Yeah,
Voodoo ritual,
A killer
sure, okay.
basically was like in a toy store, like he was being hunted down by the cops. He was hiding in there, and like he does like a voodoo ritual and has to like transfer his soul into the doll, basically.
Nice.
To like this Cabbage Patch kind of doll.
He's like a Cabbage Patch
Good guy doll.
Good guy
Good
doll.
guy
Yes.
doll. And from there on, he goes on a killing spree as this doll. The end.
Not
Yeah.
exactly.
Not exactly. Okay. Let's go through Child's Play here real quick because I want to fit in our last one as well. This sounds and this, like the other horror franchises, kind of got a little weird. I mean, he
Definitely.
keeps killing people in this doll form, and then all of a sudden he gets married. Then he becomes a father. What is
Yeah,
going
the
on
story's
with Chucky?
kind of all over the place.
What is going on
They
with
get
this?
extremely weird as they continue. Like the first three, the original Child's Play movies.
Yep.
They are very straight horror, basically. Like they are just like murder, like just regular murder.
Yep.
And then as they continued, they called it like Chucky. And first it was the Bride of Chucky, and
Yep.
then the
And the Seed of Chucky? Yeah.
Seed of Chucky, and then there's like Cult, Curse. Like it went down the line. There was quite a few, but
Nice.
starting with Bride of Chucky, they started doing a comedy horror kind of mixed together.
Which I can definitely see how that would work for this type of concept, because you have something that is it's a doll.
Such an absurd idea turned
Yeah.
into like such a classic. Like
Yeah.
I think this is where it actually might sort of kind of work. The stupidity plots, as I'll call them. This might be the franchise that makes it work. I don't know.
Oh, and I'm just randomly thinking about it, quite a few of these franchises also have TV shows that were attached to it.
Yes,
Chucky-
that's true.
yeah, Chucky had I think 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a third one coming out soon, but that was pretty good.
Which some of them are directly attached, like the Chucky series is directly Chucky. And then I believe the Friday the 13th was an anthology series.
I think you're right.
And then, so completely different. And then the Freddy's Nightmares was, I believe it was like sort of attached to him, but it might have also been anthology.
That's actually back on streaming, by the way.
Oh, good to know. It's been quite a while.
England played Freddy again, so that's
he
all that matters.
Kept coming back, yeah.
Kept coming back. I love it.
Or actually, good point with Chucky is something he says is, you can't kill me. I always come back. That's a famous line from Chucky.
Okay, that's fair.
But it's very true about all these killers. No matter what you do, they always come back.
I will say that I hope he doesn't call us because I feel bad that we're forgetting his name. But he played the character.
He's gonna be like, "Come on now."
Exactly. He's going to. He played the character for a while, and then didn't Mark Hamill take over?
He did for the was it 2019? They did a Child's Play remake.
Yeah.
And they turned away from the voodoo doll, the voodoo magic, and they made him like an AI, like cybernetic, like robot doll. It's kind of like kind of a technology gone wrong kind of story.
See, I don't even know how I feel about that. I feel like that's stupid.
I thought it was like, even though it wasn't really quite
Yeah.
like what we're used to, I thought it was okay on its own, like as a film.
Yeah.
I'd
But
very mixed,
it's definitely different.
yeah, very mixed feelings on that
Don't
one.
judge it as part of Child's Play, but judge it as its own thing, sort of.
It's
Yeah.
more separate than any of the other like remakes have been to their other respected franchises.
Yeah.
Yeah, the TV show is more true to like what we're used to.
That's fair.
Mark Hamill did a great job.
Oh, yeah.
It was definitely scary. Like there was good kills, but like I just wasn't a fan of like the technology gone wrong.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I mean, also I want to now pinpoint that there's an online thing, a YouTube thing called the Merkins, who have created like this whole universe of all these slashers called the Slash Street Boys type of thing.
All kinds of
All
all kinds of like
things.
different music videos and skits that they've done. They're pretty funny.
So I've just been checking them off my list, like going through their entire group. But now we'll talk about the one who I think should be involved in the group. Yeah, thank you. just came off the bat of a brand new horror franchise that's arrived. That being Terrifier with Art the Clown, who only talks in horn like one of the Marx brothers. Really? I mean, I don't know. So this will be our last one. Ryan, you've dropped hints all across the show, and Vince, you're a big fan of him too. Of art
absolutely,
as well.
yeah.
This is the one movie I like really kind of drew me into the horror scene, just because of like, you know, how big he. Well, so let me get into this.
Let's go for it.
I'll just start us off
We'll
here.
start from the beginning.
So originally, Terrifier, like Art the Clown, as we know him today, this isn't how he started. So basically, Damien Leone.
Yep.
Had basically 2 short films that he did. First one was the Nine Circles, right?
Ninth Circle, and then a self-titled Terrifier short. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was kind of like a small project with him at first. David Howard Thornton, the one you know that plays Art the Clown, he wasn't Art the Clown at first. It was another guy. It was Mike. I forgot his last name. It was Mike something. But it was originally him in All Hallows Eve. That was his 2016, I believe, his short film.
Or the All Hallows Eve was collected. Yeah, collected those two short films. Yeah.
Yeah. So it started out as like a smaller short film, and then it kind of blew up into where he was able to actually create Terrifier 1, which is who we now see, you know, David Howard Thornton, all these other cast members. And then Terrifier 1 is kind of what kind of blew up off the map, especially with how David Howard Thornton portrays art. Just like his facial expressions, it's the crazy stuff he does in the movies. Like,
and he's a silent killer.
He is a silent killer.
Yeah,
he does not talk at all.
He does not talk. Yeah.
Completely silent.
And you know, with any first thing that has any type of horror element right now, Exploded, like you said, yeah. Because we got the first Terrifier, then a second one came out, then a third one that has kind of like a Christmassy theme to it.
Yeah.
What is with Terrifier all of a sudden? Vincent, tell us.
Yeah, it's like kind of like what you were saying. It's kind of interesting because people don't realize that it's the original short Ninth Circle was 2009.
Wow.
So we're getting close to like almost like 20 years at this point.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit less, but like
Yeah, he's technically been around for a long time, but he wasn't really known until David Howard Thornton blew it up.
And that's how it happens
2016, I believe. Yeah.
Well,
So-
I mean, it's. I always said, like, you know, you guys have met him before, and I always said, like, I bet I would actually get along with him because, you know, he always seems like a heck of a nice guy, but just, I don't want to even go into detail right now because A, we don't have time, and B, I don't want to hear it. But some of the things that he does in these movies are not rated D for Daniel in any
It
way.
is.
The Terrifier movies are known for, you know, just not only just how goofy and how like his like all the facial expressions he does, just the funny things he like the way he acts,
Right.
but also the gruesome kills in the film.
Ugh. No,
the
thank
most
you.
similar one would definitely be Leatherface, but like
Oh,
the
okay.
only one that's gotten close to the level of like it's like Terrifier is known, like you were saying, it's known for its like ultra violence, ultra gore. It's you know it
A little bit of comedy mixed in with just the way he acts.
It's definitely
Which I love
it's
that.
the goriest one out of all the more recent slashers.
That's fair too. I mean, but like I said, I would meet him. Just I
comedy
don't want to
definitely
be
ties
anywhere.
it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be on the opposite end of one of his weapons. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But
Yeah, the combination of comedy, just the gruesomeness of the kills, and also he was also like, he kind of blew up on social media. Like all like his facial expressions he does, they were memes everywhere. Like the
Yeah.
internet fame kind of definitely helped, like
it
kind of
skyrocketed.
put the movie on the map. But a combination of all of that is like the reason why I love it so much. Like just the way the story can be a little confusing.
Yeah,
They don't
they're-
really explain much about him or like where he came from, but the fourth one that's coming out is
I was gonna ask that.
is gonna finally tie into
We're kind of learning
all of his
the
backstory
mythos.
and how it came
Yeah.
to be.
That's fair.
Kind of thing.
I will say, you know, he exploded so much that he now has a house going on at Universal, their Halloween Horror Nights,
Yep.
and there's various arts walking around. It's like, you know, they'll just interact with guests. It's great. I love it. So that makes me laugh, just how much fun he has with guests. That does make me laugh. I will quickly say, bouncing back to Child's Play, Brad Dourif, and then
good deer in headlights moment.
love that live TV. And then for Star Trek and Seventh Heaven fans out there, Catherine Hicks was in at least one of them, maybe two, of the Child's Play. She plays the mother.
Yep.
So that's Catherine Hicks.
And then also, I don't know, Nightmare Before Christmas fans, you have got a deer in headlights again.
Love him, yeah.
But voice of Jack, though, he was the police officer in.
Sarandon.
Yeah, Chris Sarandon.
Chris
Thank
Sarandon.
you. But yeah, he was
Chris
the
Sarandon.
officer in the original Child's Play.
Oh, no kidding.
I
Okay.
didn't put two and two together. That was him.
Yep.
I did not do that. Oh, yeah.
From Nightmare Before Christmas, Fright Night,
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride. A lot of movies throughout the 80s and 90s.
Absolutely, I love that. Well, that has, like I said, we were just going to do an overview of all these slashers. I think we covered a lot of ground and a lot of dead bodies.
But put a lot of people 6 feet under.
I feel so bad for them. But hey, I want to thank you guys for coming on the show. Because
Absolutely.
And for doing the whole bit at the beginning, getting in costume, having some fun, scaring me and the people out there.
Thanks for having us, man. This is cool
Absolutely.
to talk
My
about.
pleasure.
Do you want to do an honorable mention? for
Sure,
some
we'll
of
do
the-
a quick honorable
I was
mention.
gonna say I can think of other big killers. Would be like Pinhead
I've heard
from
of Pinhead, yep.
Hellraiser. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
It's
sorta.
not really quite
Sort of,
slasher,
kinda,
but
yeah.
He's interacted with them, but like he's kind of a hero. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Candyman would be another one. But so many that you would have to do a part 2 of the show.
Oh, heck
honestly.
yeah. Well, there's been dozens of part 2s for all the people we talked about, so, why not? But hey, we're going to end the show like normal. We're going to do our game of Who Are You?
Come on, tell me who you are. Oh, I really wanna know.
So, Vince, you've been on the show before. Ryan, welcome. I'm going to play a clip, and you have to tell me who it is and or what it is from. And at the end, I'm going to give you points. The points don't matter, really, though.
You're about to see how casual I really am.
Daniel Brownie points, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's roll the clip.
A man comes. He travels quickly. He has purpose. He comes over water. He travels with others. He will oppose. He brings violence and destruction.
Great idea there. I love that. So, guys, that is your clip. I will just rip the Band-Aid off. We'll start with you, Ryan.
Uh-oh. This sounds like a 70s or 80s thing, and admittedly, I don't know what this is from.
I will even let you choose any of the topics we talked about today.
Is it from something we talked about today?
I can't confirm that.
Uh-oh.
Cannot confirm or deny.
I cannot confirm nor deny. Would you like to just take a random guess?
I will take a random guess.
Sure.
I'll say, oh no. Oh, yeah.
Think about it.
Okay, I'll think. Oh, I can't think about it. I think he knows what it is already.
I don't know.
You can agree with him.
I actually don't, off the top of my head, know what it is. I mean, I know with you like to highlight some of your other favorite movies. I'm feeling like
Rude.
No, not in a rude way. In a nice way.
Okay.
I know you have a you like Live and Let Die.
Okay.
And because I know you love like the sort of Halloween scenes that are in it.
Yeah.
So want to say potentially a Bond movie, maybe like something in the Roger Moore era. I don't know if it's Live and Let Die, but that's my closest guess.
So you're going to go with that one?
I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
But
I can't give you an answer. I don't know.
You can agree with him if
it
you
might
want.
not be actually in horror. So.
All right, I'll jump the bandwagon. I'm gonna go with him too.
All right. Let's see if that is Live and Let Die. Hey, it's the voice of Jane Seymour as Solitaire in Live and Let Die. Yeah, she's reading the tarot cards. Okay.
I figured out it was Live and Let Die.
Let me confirm that. Yeah, I included it in my Halloween regime because it really is. It has voodoo elements. It has creepy spirits. It has skeleton paint. It has tombstones, creepy music, all this type of stuff. Skulls, everything that you could think of.
Yeah, that is one I have not seen yet, but
Well,
it's one
we
I
have
should.
to fix that now, don't
I think
we?
you've seen some of the Bond movies, but.
Yeah, it's.
Let's not get into it. We don't have time. We don't
All right.
have
So
time.
anyway, we're doing a review of all the Bond movies right now.
Don't get me started. Anyway.
His favorite's Daniel Craig.
Ha! So true. Actually, well, again, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. It has been so awesome. Thank you
Anytime.
for enlightening me in my horror realm. You still probably haven't convinced me quite yet, but who knows? Maybe
We'll do some work.
We'll do some work. Yeah, we'll see. You know, you can tie me up again. We'll see what we can do. Thank you to
Yeah.
our Magic and Tech team again. You guys are awesome, doing some awesome effects there. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah,
It's for you.
Oh, it's for me. Okay. Okay. Yes. Wrong number. Anyway,
Yeah, we appreciate you having us on the show because it might be your last.
I'm gonna say this real quick before I die.
You never know how much time you're gonna have.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. My name is Dan Soletti. This is David Has Real Turns. That's a wrap.